Good morning. Today is Saturday, September 2nd, and it's time for our weekly meeting review. And I think they've done this topic more than once. I know that it's true that you need to move to lose more. I know that. But it's just, we know that. I like the more inspirational ones better, I guess. But anyway, I needed a more inspirational one this week because I did gain 4 pounds and I'm back up into the 60s. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself, but I'm 260.3. It's very disheartening. I gained 4 pounds. I knew I was going to have a gain. I usually only have a salad, not to make excuses because it's going to sound like an excuse, and by no means do I mean it to sound like an excuse. But I usually on Friday nights I have a salad for dinner. Last night I had a roast with mashed potatoes and I had green beans. I had a slice of cake with ice cream for dessert, and I had mushrooms and carrots. So, I mean, I had a very heavy meal. So that's part of the gain. Another part of the gain was I've put on my winter attire clothing for my weigh-in. I pretty much weigh in the same clothes. In the summer I weigh in shorts, and in the winter, in the fall, I weigh in sweatpants. And not that it was that big of a gain, trust me, I know that that's not where all my gain was, but I really do think that I probably, not that it's that much better, but I really do think I would have only had maybe a 3-pound gain. Still bad. I'm not trying to justify whatever. The 4 just sounds really bad, but I think that I think next week it'll reflect more so, because I'll have my salads again on Friday. I like to eat a salad on Fridays anyhow. During Lent, I'm Catholic. I'm sure people know that already. But I always like try to eat light on Fridays. Just part of my upbringing, I guess. I don't avoid meat, but I do eat lighter on Fridays. That's my kind of, what do you call it, compromise. Because I'm not a big fish eater, and if I am going to eat fish, for the most part, I'm going to have fish and chips, which is very high in points. So let's get on with the meeting. It's move to lose more. I should remember this. I should memorize it beforehand, basically. But anyway, it says physical activity isn't just going to the gym or jogging around the high school track. Any movement that you have, like whether you're cleaning your house, you're vacuuming, you're washing your dishes, you're scrubbing your floors, that's still activity, that's still movement. It's better than sitting in a chair. So even if you got up and did a little bit of walking during a commercial, I don't watch commercials because I tape just about everything that I watch, so I don't have to watch commercials, and so I skip through the commercials. But let's face it, you still need to go to the restroom or get a glass of water or something. So I do try to every once in a while just get up and stand and like sway back and forth, do some leg lifts and that. Not that I do that a lot, but I do make a habit of doing it, more so now when I'm trying to lose weight than I did before. And like when you're carrying your groceries to the car, I try to park to the farthest spot away from the store. Even if it's raining, because I don't really worry. If it's a thunderstorm, I'm gonna get as close as I can. But even in the winter, I try to park as far as I can. I get very annoyed at people that park in the handicap spots or close to a handicap spot, because if you're physically able to move, you should be saving those for people that are having a little bit more problems. That's just what I think. When you change what you eat and increase your physical activity, you'll see a 20% greater weight loss if you just change your diet alone. I know that for me to lose weight, I have to move. I can starve myself the whole week, but unless I've gotten this big old body up and moving, I'm not going to lose any weight. And I know that. That's why one of the reasons I walk, it's an activity that I enjoy. It doesn't require a lot, just a good pair of shoes. I like to listen to music. I don't listen to YouTube videos on my walks because I like to see you when you're talking. I just feel like it's a one-to-one conversation if I do that. If I'm just listening to you, I get distracted very easily. I don't know if you've ever figured that out about me, but my mind tends to wander. It just does. I don't know why. I do think that I must have some kind of they didn't diagnose it back then, but I think I do have a little bit of ADD because I I start one task and I never finish that task. I go to another task. I'll come back to that task, but like if I'm cleaning the kitchen, I'll start doing the kitchen and then I'll pick something up that I know has to go in the bedroom and I'll put it in the bedroom and then I'll start doing the bedroom and then I'll get in the bedroom. I'll think, no, I got to, that's just who I am. I've always been that way. So aside from enhancing your well-being, boosting mood, helping heart health, and cutting the risk of certain cancers, moving more can help you spur your weight loss. So research shows that when you exercise and make changes to your diet, you lose more than if you only diet, which I just said. Being physically active, I knew that I'd get that out. It's just a minute, Being physically active is a predictor of who keeps their weight off and who doesn't. So you can't just think, well, I'm going to walk right now and I'm going to lose all my weight, and then once I lose all my weight, I'm done. No, you can't be doing that. You're just going to have to know. Just as this is a lifestyle for your eating habits, this is a lifestyle for your exercise habits either too, because I'm stumbling over my words. I'm sorry. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. This is the rest of your life. You have to know that this is the rest of your life. If you want to keep the weight off once you lose it, you can't go back to your old way of eating and your old way of just laying around doing nothing. I've found that since I've lost weight, I am more motivated. I get moving more. I enjoy myself more. It's just so much easier. I can get up and move. I can walk farther than I walked before. I don't get winded. I still don't do the stairs like I should, but that'll be a future goal. You always have to have a future goal, and that'll be my future goal. So on the Think Again page, it says an unhelpful thought is, I'll be more active so I can lose this weight. Once I reach my goal, I can stop. Well, we just touched on that. Physical activity is always good for me, whether it helps me to lose weight or maintain my weight, since I can reach my goal with exercise. An unhelpful thought is, I hate to work out and I can lose weight without doing it anyway. And the helpful thought is, if I'm not enjoying what I'm doing, I'm not enjoying what I'm moving, I need to find something that I enjoy. And so you want to find something that you really do enjoy. And like I said, I do enjoy walking. And I did like Oprah's quote, is your success isn't just reaching the goal weight, it's everything you do leading up to it. And I do believe that. I think that if you pay to mind what you're trying to achieve, and you work at it, each day you get a little bit closer to your goal, and each day you've accomplished just one more thing that you set out to do, and it just gives you a little bit of a pride in yourself. This is a breakfast veggie casserole. As you know, I don't really eat a breakfast, so and it doesn't really look appetizing to me. But you know what? It might look good to you guys, but it doesn't look good to me. So we want to move to lose more. And then she had brought up a couple things at the meeting. Being motivated keeps us going, and how do we bring it back? Well, what we want to do is we want to plan. So she said, like Florine Marks says, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And I find that to be very true. I do plan on staying on my program this week. I know that on Thursday I'm going to go off because it's my birthday. But I'm not going to go crazy on my birthday. I mean, I'm going to have my ham, I'm going to have my potatoes and baked beans, and my turtle cake, and my ice cream. But it's one day. It's one day out of 365. And I'm going to enjoy myself, and I really am. It's just one day out of the year. I'm going to celebrate my birth. I'm going to celebrate my life, my family, everything that I'm blessed with. And I'm just going to move on. And that's my motivation, to live another year, get another year healthier. I'd like to be another year thinner. No one wants to be another year older, but, with age comes wisdom. It really does, because I know way more than I did back in my 20s. And people in your 20s, and you hear someone in their 60s and they say something, and you go, oh yeah, right, blah, 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 blah. Or like Charlie Brown, wah, 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 wah. And I heard the same things. I heard the exact same things from people that were older than me. And it wasn't until I reached this age that I realized how wise they were. And I always like that quote, like when I was 6, my mother knew everything. When I was 16, my mother knew nothing. Now that I'm 66, boy, but my mom knew a lot. It's just, and I know I didn't get that quote right, but you know what I mean, that you always think that you know so much more than you do. And the older you get, the more you realize you don't know jack about stuff. So you want to not set your goals too high. Losing 2 pounds to reach my 50-pound goal was not a too high of a goal. but it was too high of a goal for me. I knew that I wanted to get to the 50 pounds. It's just a number. And I let it reflect and determine my life. And when I had a bad weekend and gained my weight and I knew that it was out of my reach, I just gave up. And that's just not me. I'm not a giver-upper. I just don't give up on things. And I've reflected over the week and I know where I went wrong and I'm back on track. I do pride myself on the fact that this time around, I'm not letting myself be my own worst enemy. I realize what I'm doing wrong and I jump right back at it and get back on track. And that's my plan for this week, to get right back on track. So another thing you want to think about is opportunity. If I stop now, how will I look in 6 months? I know how I would look in 6 months. I would probably put all my weight back on in 6 months. I can put my weight on, as you saw, 4 pounds in a week. I can put that on in no time. I can lose, if I really am dedicated, 3 or 4 pounds in a week. I haven't been that dedicated, I'll be honest with you. But, you know, I'm getting there. I want to lose my weight, so I know the opportunity is. And I know that it'll affect my health if I don't stay on this program. I do feel healthier. I haven't gone for my yearly physical yet, so I'm hoping that I can be cutting back on some of my medications. And I know that there's 3 things that's going to do that I'm going to be in the next 6 months. I'm going to look better, I'm going to feel better, and I'm going to be healthier. And those are the 3 goals that I'm achieving for the following year. I'd like to set goals for the year, and that's my goal for next year. And you have to have a vision of, why did I start? Why? You have to be specific and realistic about your goals. I started because I was way over 300. I always swore I would never get over 300 pounds. And then when I got on the scale and I weighed 304 and a half, I was really shocked. I really was, because I really thought I was still keeping it under the 300 pounds. And that was like, not a deal breaker. What's the word? What do I want to say? It was like an aha moment. You know, it's just like at that moment I realized, no, it's either now or never. If you can get over 300 pounds, then you're going to get to 350, and you're going to go from 350 to 400. So you have to stop. So I set an unrealistic goal at first to lose 100 pounds. It's an unrealistic goal. My goals now are just to get into the next set of numbers. It's 10 pounds at a time. And that's an achievable goal, as long as I don't say I have to lose 10 pounds within so many days or so many weeks. If I just say I want to lose 10 pounds and then take my time and lose my 10 pounds, I'm going to lose my 10 pounds and I'm going to keep my 10 pounds off. So you want to have think about all your non-scale victories too. And you want to act and you want to do it now with your non-scale victories. And, you know, I have to realize that I couldn't walk 2 miles before, but my non-scale victory is now I can walk 2 miles with no problems. It's just like, it's a breeze to me, which means I should probably increase it, but, you know, I probably won't, I'll be honest with you. But 2 miles is a good pace for me, and that's what I'm going to do. My clothes feel so much better. I'm fitting into clothes that I didn't believe that I'd ever fit back in. This time I'm getting rid of the larger clothes. As I start going into the smaller sizes, I've donated the clothes, if they're good. If they're some of them, I'll be honest with you, they go right to the trash, because I've had them for so long and they're not worth giving away. You want to act as if you've already lost your weight. Don't wait, because, you know, if you're going to say, well, I'm going to wait till I get down to 200 pounds and then I'm going to ride a bike, you've wasted all that time. Get on the bike now. Know you can ride the bike now. Know you can do the things that you want to do now. You might not be able to do it as fast as you would have done it if you were thinner, but you can do it. And just don't let that time get by you, because trust me, look how fast this summer went by. This summer went by in a blink of an eye. And it just seemed like I had put all my flowers in and now I'm throwing them away, my annuals. It just goes by so fast. And trust me, the older you get, excuse me, the faster it goes by. So you want to get moving. And she ended it with a quote, which, you know, I like quotes, is wake up with the determination, go to bed with satisfaction. And that's my plan. So I do plan on moving more. I do plan on getting back on track this week. I do plan on having a loss next week. And I do plan on living my life and not worrying so much about the numbers, not being so consumed by how much I have to lose, how much I will lose. But I'm going to be consumed with the happiness and the joy of everything I have around me and all of the blessings that the Lord has given me. So I will see you guys next week. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and share if you think it'll help somebody. So I'll see you guys next week.